Of course. He can be your guard, said Nell. I'll go and ask the Queen if we can have exclusive access to study number 42. Now hurry, and when you return, go straight to number 42. Don't speak to a soul. Toll didn't ask any more questions. He wanted to reach Jax before she was faced with any danger. Back in the main room, Toll was able to move through the mirror without being detected. To his horror, though, when he arrived in Los Candeles, Thieves' Slave had already Thieve Slave was already there and was dusting the candy room. She spun around, looking even more mean and sly than before. Toll put his hand inside his jacket instinctively. He was feeling for the precious necklace. Not quite as fearless without your mother, eh? Said Thieves' Slave in a menacing tone. Fearless, Tone said loudly to cover the terror he was feeling. Why should I be afraid? Because I know who you are, because I know what you're doing, said Thieves' Slave rudely. There was a sudden shrilling noise. But you didn't know I was here, did you? Said a tiny flying halo, buzzing around Thieves' Slave's face and pinching her on the nose. Even though I might seem very small after a few Los Candeles sweeties, I can evolve into... Halo widened out to become his full Los Candeles size. Someone to be reckoned with, bellowed Halo. Who are you? Asked Thieves' Slave. None of your business, snapped Halo, grabbing Thieves' Slave by the wrists and tying them behind her back with a strap of licorice. I don't really think we need that kind of stuff to happen in the children's book. None of your business. Sorry, I've lost my spot. None of your business, snapped Halo, throwing some licorice powder over the sneaky servant. That's magic, said Halo, and you'll be unable to move for 24 hours. Thieves' Slave struggled to stand up, but she couldn't. She tried to speak, but she couldn't do that either. Toll grinned. Excellent, he said. But of course, said Halo. But more importantly, Tolly boy, what did Queen Cadabra ask us to do? And where's Jax? Jax emerged from a cupboard. I panicked when Thieves' Slave turned up, said Jax. She looked too sneaky as she crept through the mirror. I thought she might be a thief. She's in the service of the thieves, you can be sure of that, said Toll, staring at the angry servant. Jax was keeping a safe distance away from Thieves' Slave because she was aware of the precious cargo in her pocket. She'd decided not to wear the popcorn bracelet on her wrist after she'd seen Thieves' Slave arrive. Sorry, I got lost. Okay, Queen Cadabra wants us to meet her back in Maagran, whispered Toll. But what will we do with Thieves' Slave? Simple, said Halo. If I touch Thieves' Slave's lips with my wings, they'll be sealed up for a year. So she can say something if she wants to, but it will be her last chance to give a speech for quite some time. What do you think? Should we trust her, or should I just seal up her mouth right away? Toll and Jax exchanged glances. Okay, sorry, I need to fix that up then. Okay, so I've changed that earlier bit to say that she can't move, and she says, not fair. I'm a good servant. I doubt it, says Halo, and only speak when you're spoken to, or I'll stop your mouth for 24 hours as well. Toll grinned, excellent. And then we come down to the bit where he threatens to take speech away. Toll and Jax exchanged glances. Just wait a minute, said Toll, wanting to ask Thieves' Slave a couple of questions. Who is your master? Thief-slave glared at Toll without speaking. Speak when you're spoken to, ordered Halo, or I'll shut your mouth up for 2 years. Thief-slave grimaced. I'm a slave to Overlord Thieve, she said. And his wife? Asked Jax. Thief-slave sneered at her and said, I would never serve that imbecile. Halo raised his eyebrows. Well, I agree with you there, he said. Thief-slave spat at him. We have nothing to agree about, she snapped. Filthy angel. At that, Halo brushed his wings against the servant's lips. That's for being rude, he snorted. You won't do it again in a hurry. Toll shook his head at the horrible servant and then turned back to Jackson Halo. Come on, we've got to get back, said Toll. You're coming with us, said Halo, grabbing Thief-slave. One by one they popped through the mirror into Queen Coldheart's castle before making their way towards study number 42. Oh, it's called 42 there. Huh. In Immense City. Oh, sorry. And that's the end of that chapter.